Welcome to the Deep Dive, your essential shortcut to being well informed. Today, we are really tearing down the wall between having valuable expertise and actually realizing genuine, sustainable income from that knowledge.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Our mission is synthesizing the core strategies, the critical mindset, and the specific digital tools required to successfully launch and scale your intellectual property, especially within this booming, sort of decentralized creator-educator economy.
And the material we've looked at, it isn't just theory. It's like the playbook used by hundreds of successful experts already, whether their niche is, complex business strategy or something totally different like mastering an instrument.
Right.
We're looking at very structured launch plans, practical guides, and also those crucial philosophical shifts, the things that determine who really thrives in this market and who kind of stays stuck just
Wow.
creating free content forever.
And we absolutely have to start with the non-negotiable guiding philosophy. It defines the modern value of knowledge. If you take away only one single idea from this deep dive, let it be this one, because it's the central shift driving everything.
Okay, lay it on us.
In 2025, people don't pay for information, they pay for transformation.
Yes. That distinction is absolutely everything. Just look around. Information is everywhere, isn't it?
Totally abundant, often free.
Exactly. Free, immediately accessible. You can watch like thousands of fragmented tutorials on YouTube about anything. But what's scarce,
The clear path.
the structured, guided path, that transformation that's the guided journey that takes a learner from point A, where they are now maybe confused, unskilled, feeling stuck, to point B, where they're competent, they're achieving tangible results, and they're actually celebrating success. That structured path, that's what gives your expertise its premium market value.
It also solves that paradox of choice problem, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The reason transformation commands a price is precisely because of information overload. We drown in free advice, so what we truly crave is someone reliable to tell us, okay, ignore these 95 steps, just focus on these 5 steps in this order.
That's a really powerful way to frame it. So, okay, let's unpack this creator-educator economy a bit more.
Right.
When we say it's booming, what we mean is that the financial plumbing, the tools, the payment platforms, the hosting solutions, all of it has simplified the path to monetization. It's clearer, more direct than it's ever been.
Yeah, the friction is way lower.
Right. So that journey from giving away free trust-building content to actually delivering paid transformation is now incredibly well-defined.
And what we consistently see in the successful creator guides is this simple, almost linear model. It connects those 2 points, free value and paid transformation, and provides a clear path to generating reliable income. It's essentially a 3-step progression.
Okay, step 1, as we touched on, is the free video. And this isn't just a random tutorial, it's a strategic asset.
Right.
Its purpose is singular. Build trust, establish authority, and crucially, demonstrate your unique teaching style. You're proving competence, proving relevance, often just solving one small problem for free to show the learner, hey, this is possible for you.
And the moment you've built that initial trust, you can then guide them to step 2, the paid course.
The core engine.
This is it. It's the comprehensive, structured mechanism specifically designed to deliver that complete transformation we talked about. It takes all that fragmented advice from step 1 and organizes it, puts it into a chronological, optimized path that basically guarantees a result if the student follows the steps.
That caveat is important, but yes. And critically, if you execute those first 2 steps correctly, if your free content attracts the right audience and your paid content delivers undeniable, repeatable results, then you arrive at step 3,
Which is?
full-time income. This is the ultimate goal. And look, it's not merely about personal wealth. It's about buying the financial stability you need to scale your impact.
Right, freedom to focus.
Exactly. It lets you dedicate all your time and energy to creating more change for more people without worrying about the next paycheck.
Okay, let's make this really tangible. Let's use that guitar analogy from the source material. It's a good one.
Yeah, please do.
So you might have, say, 100 random YouTube guitar tutorials. They show you how to play specific songs, maybe a cool lick, that's the free content, the trust builder.
Scatter pieces.
Exactly. But the student who wants to move beyond just random fragments of skill, who wants genuine, reliable mastery, they enroll in the full guitar mastery course.
The transformation.
Right. The free video shows what to play. The paid course shows the dedicated student how to achieve mastery. It covers technique, theory, practice structure, all step by step.
Hmm.
That complete journey is the transformation that unlocks the real value.
And this is where the philosophy behind the work gets, well, deeper. The source material really explores this deeper implication of creating these structured products. It moves beyond just a transaction into what it calls the legacy mindset.
Ooh, okay. That's where it gets really interesting, isn't it? Because the course or the product, it's no longer just a digital file you sell.
Exactly. It becomes a vessel for something much bigger. It represents the transformation provided, yes, sure, but also the ongoing community you build around that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe most importantly, the lasting impact you create on your students' lives or their careers long after they've finished the content itself.
So it's not just fire and forget.
Not at all. Practically speaking, adopting this legacy mindset forces you into continuous improvement. You're not just selling a course once and walking away. You're committing to updating it, ensuring it stays relevant, protecting its integrity over time. It becomes part of your professional reputation.
I think the underlying motivational message here is probably the most powerful thing for any aspiring expert listening.
Yeah.
The message is that every single person who's currently dominating their niche, they started right where you are now. They had specialized knowledge, maybe felt a bit unsure, but they decided to package it and share it.
That's right. Every expert was once a beginner deciding to teach.
Your knowledge has inherent value, and when you package it specifically for transformation, your teaching can genuinely change lives. That conviction, that belief, that's the real core engine driving this whole creator-educator economy.
Well said.
Okay, so if that transformation philosophy is the indispensable fuel, then the 4 core digital income types we identified are the engine room itself.
Nice analogy.
These are the specific structural products you can actually build to monetize your expertise. And the key strategy, which, we'll keep coming back to, is combining them strategically, building out what's often called a product ladder.
Right, let's dive deep into these 4 streams, starting with what's often the highest leverage, most scalable asset: online courses.
Deep dive 1. Online courses. Okay, the main job of a course.
Yeah.
Pretty simple on the surface. Teaching a specific outcome-driven skill set step by step, usually through organized video modules, often delivered in a self-paced format so people can learn on their own time.
And the source material recommends some really optimized platforms for hosting these, specifically mentioning Kajabi, CourseBox, and Thinkific.
Yeah, those names come up a lot.
And they're not just video players, right? They're often all-in-one solutions designed for student management, progress tracking, secure video delivery, sometimes even payment processing. They handle the tech side.
Which is huge. Now, a critical strategic consideration here is the structure, isn't it? Like how you deliver the content.
Yes. Are you giving all the content immediately upon purchase? Or are you using a drip model, maybe releasing lessons weekly?
What's the thinking there?
Well, immediate access is popular. People like that instant gratification.
Yeah.
But the sources suggest that the drip model often improves completion rates.
Ah, interesting. Why?
It forces the student to focus on one lesson, one module at a time. Prevents overwhelm. And that directly supports the goal of actual transformation and accountability, rather than just content consumption.
Got it. And this is where differentiation comes in. The material really stresses that you must inject your personal brand, your unique perspective, into every single lesson.
Absolutely crucial. The learner isn't just buying generic information on, say, business strategy. They're buying your specific framework for scaling a business based on your experience. That personal touch, that unique angle, that's what justifies the premium cost.
And speaking of cost, for pricing, the source gives a great entry benchmark. Suggests starting your foundational course for around £79.99.
Yeah, that seems to be a real sweet spot. It feels substantial enough to promise real value, but it's not so high that it's overly intimidating for a first product from you. A good balance.
Okay, income type 2. This one's fantastic for entry-level conversions, ebooks, and guides.
Right. Think of these as downloadable learning PDFs. High value, but relatively low-cost assets that solve a very specific, immediate problem for someone.
The source material calls these quick wins, right?
Exactly. And they are absolutely essential for pulling people deeper into your sales funnel. For example, a quick win for a business course might be something simple, like a 10-step checklist for setting up your first Facebook ad campaign. Instant value.
And the creation tools here are super accessible now. Platforms like Canva for strong visual design, even if you're not a designer. Gamma.ai for quickly generating slide decks, or maybe Readsy for really polished digital book formatting.
The key with these, though, is immediate actionability. You have to focus relentlessly on including templates, worksheets, detailed how-to diagrams, something the user can implement and feel like they've achieved something valuable within, like, minutes of downloading it.
And the price point reflects that immediacy, often around $29 or so.
Yeah, that range works perfectly as what marketers call a tripwire product. It's a low-risk first purchase. It turns someone who's just browsing your free stuff into an actual paying customer, and that dissolves a huge psychological barrier to future bigger purchases.
Okay, now we move to perhaps the foundational powerhouse for achieving true stability, private communities.
Ah, yes. This is your recurring income model. This
Yeah.
is gold. You're essentially creating exclusive groups, think forums, chat groups, dedicated spaces where members pay a monthly fee.
And what do they get for that fee?
Usually direct access to you, the expert, maybe Q&A sessions, peer-to-peer networking with other members, continuous support, and often updated content or early access to new stuff from you.
And this model really solves that feast or famine cycle that plagues creators who only rely on big product launches, right?
Totally. The financial stability this provides is genuinely game-changing.
Yeah.
The source is illustrated so clearly. If you charge a modest £10 per month, pretty affordable, and you build a dedicated, loyal base of just 500 members,
Okay.
that translates directly to £5,000 per month in predictable recurring income.
Wow. $5K a month, reliably.
That revenue stream is your freedom from worrying about YouTube algorithm changes or your latest launch numbers. It keeps the lights on consistently, allowing you to focus on value creation.
And platforms for this, what are the options?
You have strategic choices. Discord is super popular for its accessibility and real-time chat functionality. But, let's be honest, it can sometimes get a bit chaotic if not managed well.
Yeah, I can see that.
Patreon is excellent for simple subscription management, very creator-focused. However, integrated solutions like Kajabi Community are becoming increasingly popular
Why is that?
because they live right alongside your course content. It creates a seamless experience for members, course materials, and community chat in one place, and it centralizes all your efforts as the creator.
So the choice depends on the community's main goal.
Pretty much. It's a primarily social interaction in quick chats, maybe Discord. Is it direct accountability tightly linked to your coursework? Perhaps an integrated solution like Kajabi is better.
Makes sense. Okay, and finally, the fourth core type, the highest touch and usually highest priced offering, coaching and consulting.
Right. This is where you directly leverage your time for premium returns. You're offering either intense one-on-one sessions or maybe smaller, highly focused group coaching programs.
And delivery is straightforward these days.
Super easy. Via accessible platforms like Zoom, Kajabi has integrated coaching tools now too, or even just Google Meet. The key here is you're moving beyond generalized course content and providing bespoke, tailored solutions to individual problems.
No, the source outlines a very specific four-stage structure for the coaching relationship. It's not just random chats, is it? It's designed for transformation.
No, definitely not random.
Yeah.
It has to be structured for results. It typically begins with discovery. That's the deep dive into the client's current situation, their specific pain points, and crucially, their measurable goals. What does success look like for them?
Okay, stage one, understand the problem. Stage two.
Stage two is strategy. This is where you, the expert, leverage your knowledge to create the customized step-by-step plan the client needs to follow. It's the blueprint for their success.
Got it. Blueprint created, then what?
Stage three, accountability. This is absolutely essential, especially in a digital context where it's easy to just disappear.
Right. How does that look?
It often looks like weekly check-ins, maybe automated task management through some integrated software, sometimes group reporting sessions where clients share progress and challenges publicly. You act as that necessary external force, ensuring they actually execute the plan.
Keeping them on track. And finally, stage four.
If the first three stages are executed well, stage four is the inevitable result, transformation. Real, measurable change. This holistic model ensures the client pays a premium because they're not just buying advice. They're buying the execution framework and the oversight needed to guarantee success.
Okay, so those are the four types. And the pro tip really is combining them.
Oh, absolutely. The strategic advantage of combining these streams, courses, ebooks, communities, coaching it, really cannot be overstated. They shouldn't be seen as independent silos.
How do they feed each other?
Well, think about it. Your introductory ebook buyers, they're often your most qualified leads for your core course students.
Makes sense. They already bought from you once.
Exactly. And your course students who realize they need more personalized help. They naturally graduate into your high-level coaching clients.
Ah, okay.
And the community. That provides the sticky layer. Keeps everyone engaged, feeling supported, and ready for whatever your next advanced product or offering might be. This combination creates a natural, self-sustaining product ladder that maximizes the value you provide and the revenue you generate from each person you attract.
So we have the products, the engine room is built. Now we need the mechanism, the plumbing, the filtration system that takes all that vast free attention floating around on the internet and actually converts it into paid transformation.
Yes, and that mechanism is the creator funnel.
Okay.
The strategic intent here is razor sharp. Convert free attention into paid transformation. And the foundational rule, the one that every serious creator must internalize, and frankly, the one that often marks the difference between having a hobby and building a business, is this. Every single piece of content you upload, especially video, should point towards something. A product, a community, a deeper experience. If your content only exists for entertainment, or worse, just for ad revenue, you're not actually building a knowledge business. You're just making content.
That's a critical distinction. Okay, let's trace this funnel step by step, starting where most people encounter you first. The video. As we discussed, this gives away free value, builds trust, but the key strategic addition is the soft call to action, that gentle guidance.
Yeah, and we need to define soft call to action properly. It's definitely not shouting, "Buy my amazing course now," in the first 30 seconds of your video.
Right, that just repels people.
Totally. A soft CTA is value first. It might sound like, hey, if you want the free checklist I mentioned and used in this lesson, you can grab the link down in the description. Or maybe to see the complete step-by-step framework we just touched on, you can check out my landing page over here. You're guiding, not demanding.
So the viewer's trust is maintained. They feel led towards the next step, not aggressively sold to.
Exactly. And that next step is the crucial pivot point, the landing page. This is not just a link to your website's homepage. Oh, no. It's a dedicated conversion mechanism.
Single focus.
Its single primary job is to explicitly promise the transformation you offer, usually through a really strong headline and maybe some bullet points detailing the specific outcome the visitor will achieve.
And critically, its technical function is just as important, right?
Absolutely. This page is used to collect email addresses. Why is capturing email the single most valuable asset for a creator?
Because you own the list.
Bingo. It moves the casual viewer from an environment you absolutely don't control, like the shifting sands of the social media algorithm, to an environment you fully own and control, your email list.
That's where the relationship building happens.
Precisely. Through email, you nurture that lead, you educate them further, build more trust, and eventually you can sell directly to them, reliably whenever you choose. You're building a real relationship outside of platform dependency.
Okay, so they're convinced by the promise on the landing page. They've provided their email, which shows that initial level of commitment. Now we move to the payment stage.
Yep. This is where pricing tiers are usually introduced. And this is smart because it allows you to capture buyers at varying levels of engagement and financial commitment.
And the source material gave us those really useful strategic tiers. $29, $79, $149. Let's break those down. What do they typically represent in the product ladder?
Okay, so the $29 tier, that's your classic Tripwire product we mentioned earlier.
The quick win.
Exactly. The ebook, the checklist bundle, the mini workshop, it solves one specific small problem quickly. Its main purpose is conversion. It turns someone who's only ever consumed your free content into a paying customer for the first time. That dissolves that psychological barrier to spending money with you.
Smart. Okay, then the $79 tier.
That's typically your core product, your flagship online course, maybe your main digital asset that delivers the primary chunk of the transformation you promised on the landing page. This price point represents solid value and requires a more significant commitment from the student.
Right, the main offering. And the $149 to Founds tier.
That often represents the advanced bundle or the premium package. So this might include the core course plus a set of valuable templates, plus maybe a 3-month membership to your private community. Or perhaps it includes a one-off group coaching session with you.
So it's about adding more value, more access.
Exactly. By offering this kind of tiered structure, you ensure you monetize the maximum number of interested people in your audience. You're catering effectively to the casual learner, $29, the serious student, $79, and the fully committed implementer who wants everything, $149.
Makes total sense. Okay, and the final step of this funnel journey is the student stage. You've made the sale, collected the payment, but the work is just beginning, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The work is far from over. The strategic goal here has to be relentless. You must deliver undeniable real change. Not just access to content, but actual results. And this immediately circles us right back to that core philosophy of transformation.
Because if you fail at this last stage...
If you fail here, the entire funnel collapses for that person and potentially others. An unhappy student leads to refunds, negative reviews, damaging word of mouth, and zero chance of repeat business or referrals.
But if you succeed,
If you over-deliver.
if you over-deliver and provide genuine, measurable transformation, that student becomes a success story. And that success story, that unsolicited testimonial detailing their specific positive results, becomes your single most authentic and powerful marketing asset for attracting the next wave of students into your funnel. It fuels the entire system. Okay, we've nailed down the strategy, the philosophy, the products, the funnel. Now we need to shift hard into the tactical implementation. You need the right digital tools to actually execute this entire process smoothly. You want the technology to support the transformation, not become a frustrating bottleneck, right?
Absolutely. Tool choice is critical for efficiency. Let's start with the big decision, course hosting. We mentioned Kajabi, Coursebox.ai, and Thinkific earlier.
How do you choose between them?
Well, the key decision point is often, do you want an all-in-one platform like Kajabi, which integrates your courses, email marketing, landing pages, payments, and community features all under one roof?
Sounds convenient.
It is,
Yeah.
especially for beginners. The alternative is platforms like Thinkific or Teachable, which are excellent course platforms, but might offer more flexibility if you prefer to integrate them with your own separate specialized email marketing tools or payment gateways.
So maybe simplicity versus flexibility.
Kind of. For a beginner aiming for a faster launch, the simplicity and integration of an all-in-one is usually the recommended path. Less tech headache.
Gotcha. Okay, next up, payments. How do people actually give you money easily?
The focus here must be on minimizing friction and ensuring easy global transactions. You don't want people abandoning their cart because checkout is clunky.
Definitely not.
Stripe and PayPal are the undisputed industry standards. They offer credibility, security, and global reach. Essential. We also saw Gumroad mentioned.
What's Gumroad good for?
It's an excellent, really low barrier to entry option. It's especially useful for selling those quick win ebooks and guides directly, almost instantly, without needing a complex platform set up first. Great for that $29 tripwire.
So the goal is just make it easy to pay.
Dead simple. When someone decides to buy, they should be able to complete that transaction in, ideally, 3 clicks or less.
Yeah.
Any more friction risks losing the sale.
Okay, design. Especially for creating those visually engaging ebooks, guides, maybe even the slides for video lessons. What tools help here?
You need accessible yet powerful tools. Canva is the undisputed champion here, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Canva's huge.
Great for template-driven, branded design, even if you have zero graphic design skills. Gamma.ai was mentioned that can rapidly generate visually appealing presentation slides just based on your text input. Super fast.
Wow.
And Figma is often used by creators who need more detailed control, maybe for prototyping complex worksheets or creating high-fidelity design assets for their brand. The point is, these tools democratize design. Experts can maintain high production quality without needing to hire a full-time graphic designer early on.
Very cool. Then there's marketing. This is primarily about automating that email funnel we talked about, right? Nurturing those landing page visitors into buyers.
Exactly. And the recommended tools here, ConvertKit and MailerLite, are specifically popular with creators
Why those two?
because they're robust segmentation and automation features designed with creators in mind. They allow you to easily tag subscribers based on their interests, like did they download the free guitar template or did they watch the video about business strategy?
So you can personalize the follow-up.
Precisely. You can then deliver highly specific automated email sequences that gently guide them toward the most appropriate paid transformation for their needs. It's targeted nurturing at scale.
Smart. And finally, tools for your community, streams, that engine for recurring revenue.
Right. We touched on Discord, Patreon, and the integrated Kajabi community features. Membership billing side, incredibly simple. But as we said, the trend we're seeing is creators moving toward platforms that integrate the community directly with the course content. It just makes that accountability stage of the coaching or learning relationship feel much more seamless.
Okay, tools selected. Now let's get really tactical. We need the blueprint for actually getting this thing launched successfully, the 5-step launch plan.
Yes, and this plan is specifically designed not just to maximize your initial success, but also, crucially, to defeat the most common creator killer out there.
Which is?
Perfectionism. Waiting forever to launch because it's not perfect yet, this plan gets you moving.
Okay, step 1.
Step 1. Choose your product type. Be realistic. You must select the format that best fits your expertise and, critically, addresses the immediate, most painful need of your target audience right now. Don't try to launch a massive multi-module course and a community and a coaching program all at the same time.
Start focused.
Start focused. Pick the asset that likely requires the least amount of time to market for you and solve the clearest, most urgent problem for them. Perhaps that $79 Ecor course is the sweet spot to begin.
Okay, product chosen. Step 2.
Step 2. Create 3 free videos. This is your dedicated audience warm-up phase. These 3 pieces of content, strategically released, should clearly demonstrate 3 things: your unique teaching style, your credibility on the topic, and the potential positive outcome a student can expect.
And these videos point where?
These 3 videos serve as that initial free value that points directly, via that soft call to action we discussed, straight to your landing page.
Got it. Which brings us to step 3. Build your landing page.
Yep. And remember the rules. Keep it clear, keep it simple, and focus solely on the promised transformation. What result will they get? And technically, ensure it's set up correctly to capture those vital email addresses.
Don't skip the email capture.
Never skip the email capture. If you don't capture the email, you've essentially wasted the attention that your free video generated. The landing page is like the toll booth that grants you future access to that potential student.
Okay, step 4. This one feels like the scariest for a lot of people, especially experts who pride themselves on quality. It's pre-sell before perfection.
Ah, yes, the courageous step.
It seems like a massive risk to your reputation, doesn't it? Why on earth would you launch and take money from people before the product is fully polished and perfect?
It feels counterintuitive, I know, but it is strategically necessary, especially for first-time creators. Here's why. You launch what's called a minimum viable product, or MVP, maybe the first few modules, to a small, often discounted beta group. This first cohort pays you, which immediately validates that there's real market demand for your idea. That's huge. Then, their feedback, their questions, their struggles, their suggestions, directly shapes the final, polished version of the product.
So it's market-driven development.
Exactly. It's an iterative process. You eliminate the enormous risk of spending 6 months building something in isolation, only to find out nobody actually wants to buy the perfect thing you created. Their feedback ensures you build exactly what the market truly needs and values, making the final product dramatically better and significantly mitigating the long-term risk of failure.
Right, that makes a lot of sense when you put it that way. Okay, finally, step 5.
Step 5. Over-deliver on transformation. This is the sustained focus after the launch. If you execute the previous 4 steps correctly, this final step is the bedrock of your long-term success and legacy. Your focus must shift relentlessly to ensuring your students get actual results.
Because success stories are the best marketing.
They aren't just the best marketing. They are not a bonus. They are the primary driver of your future marketing and sales. Every transformed student becomes a walking, talking billboard for your expertise. And, looking at the data that's associated with following this kind of structured approach, the quantitative rewards are genuinely encouraging. It really proves the viability of this model when you execute it with diligence.
They absolutely are. The creators whose playbooks and results we analyzed highlight that over 500 individual creators are now earning a verified full-time income from their digital products using these exact kinds of strategies.
That's significant. Not just side income, but full self-sufficiency.
Exactly. Sustaining themselves fully through their expertise. And when we look at the revenue potential, the consistency is also impressive.
What are the numbers there?
The average monthly revenue cited from those creators who are actively combining multiple income streams, the courses, the communities, those little tripwire products, is a really solid £5,000.
Wow, $5,000 a month average. That kind of stability allows a creator to finally move past the constant financial anxiety of launch-to-launch cycles, doesn't it?
Totally. Lets you focus entirely on improving product quality and ensuring student success, knowing the bills are covered.
And what about the launch plan itself? Following those 5 steps, moving from concept to pre-sell to delivery, what's the success rate look like?
This was maybe the most stunning statistic. The success rate when following a structured launch plan like the one we outlined is stated to be as high as 90%.
90%? That's huge confidence.
It really underscores that having a plan, a specific tactical blueprint to follow, is infinitely better than just throwing content out there and hoping something magically sticks. Structure minimizes the inherent risk involved in bringing a new product to market.
And this brings us to a really beautiful perspective shift. It highlights that motivational message from Darren. who's a notable voice in this creator education space,
Yeah.
who basically says,
What's the quote?
you don't need millions of views. You just need a few hundred true fans who trust your expertise.
Mo, I love that. That is profound, isn't it? Because it completely reframes what success means online.
Right. It moves the focus away from those often shallow vanity metrics like follower counts or viral views and brings it back towards deep, genuine connection and trust. The creator-educator model ultimately rewards depth of connection. If you can cultivate a few hundred people who are willing to pay you regularly because they genuinely trust you to guide their transformation,
You've built a real business.
you have built a robust, defensible, and truly sustainable business model. And that's true regardless of whether you have 10,000 followers or 10 million. The core group matters most.
So what does this entire deep dive really mean for you, the listener, thinking about your own expertise?
I think it means that the knowledge you possess right now, the expertise you've maybe spent years or even a lifetime accumulating, is incredibly valuable. And the structures, the tools, the paths to monetize it effectively have simply never been more accessible than they are today.
Yeah, the barriers are lower than ever.
The entire journey, honestly, starts with just a single decision, the decision to act. The tools are readily available, the strategies are clearly laid out now, and the creator economy is fundamentally structured to reward those who prioritize delivering real transformation over just dispensing free, fragmented information. Hashtag outro.
We've certainly covered a lot of ground today. I think the core takeaways are pretty crystalline, though. First, stop thinking about selling information and start promising and delivering tangible transformation.
That's number one, absolutely.
Second, build a resilient financial engine by strategically combining those 4 core income streams we discussed, particularly focusing on establishing that recurring revenue from a private community that buys you crucial financial freedom and stability.
Smooths out the bumps.
And third, execute that creator funnel rigorously. Ensure every piece of free value, every video, leads logically back towards a paid experience that, crucially, captures an email address and helps progress the right customer along your product ladder.
And remember that the ultimate reward here, it isn't just the income, though, that's obviously important. It's about establishing that powerful legacy we talked about.
Yeah.
It's a community you build and the lasting, quantifiable impact you manage to create on the lives and careers of your students. That's the real fulfillment.
Thank you so much for joining us on this essential deep dive into the business of expertise. Your knowledge, your experience, it really does matter. And the ability of your teaching to genuinely change lives is absolutely ready to be unlocked.
And before you go, here is just a final thought for you to maybe contemplate as you start sketching out your own potential launch plan based on everything we've discussed. If transformation truly is the ultimate goal, and we've established that it absolutely is, how specifically can you begin to measure and clearly define real change and genuine success for your very first 10 students? How can you ensure those meticulously tracked success stories become the absolutely essential, undeniable foundation of your entire teaching legacy from day one?